Green Bay Packers yesterday showed up as if they forgot it's a 17-game season. They showed up thinking, oh, it's just a 16-game season, right? We don't have to play 17 games, do we? That's the way they showed up. They also showed up, I'll be honest, looking like a team that thought Rodgers is back. We could just roll 12 out, and the rest of us can roll out, whoever's healthy, and we'll pick up right where we left off. Nope. Certainly, they could just stroll out there in Jacksonville because the Saints haven't been home in 3 weeks. And we're going to have more cheeseheads in the stands than there'll be people with fleur-de-lis and Pope hats and stuff. That did actually appear to be the case. They don't have Drew Brees. They got Jameis. Can't guard Mike's out for who knows how long.
6 or more.
Here are the 5 top receivers for Jameis yesterday. Deontay Harris, Juwan Johnson, Adam Troutman, who sounds exactly like a kid I shared bunk 8 with in Camp Locanda. Marquez Callaway, and Chris Hogan, everybody. That Chris Hogan.
7-Eleven.
Still around. Packers felt like, okay, we got this. They looked like a team like we got this. They looked like a team where we're the Green Bay Packers. That's 12 coming back. He's back. He's our MVP. We got him. We didn't think he was going to be here. Yeah, he's here. And they got steamrolled. Steamrolled. Now, what happens next is the question. And I think this is going to be an outlier. I really believe it. The 133 yards that Rodgers threw is the fewest he's thrown in a loss since he threw only for 103 yards in a loss back in 2019 in late November against San Francisco. You remember that one? Mm-hmm. It was a Sunday night game, and they went into San Francisco and got absolutely curb stomped. I think coming off of a bye, too. And that was in a 13-3 win season in which they made the NFC Championship game. They got blown out by the Bucs last year, as we all know. He threw for way less than 200 yards in that blowout loss, too. What do? Made the NFC Championship game. For some reason, these clunkers happen. Every now and then, they show up in one of their 3 regular season losses under Matt LaFleur. I don't know why. Like I told you, one of them came off a bye week against an opponent that was looking super. And they wound up going to the Super Bowl last year after beating Green Bay again. They got steamrolled by a Buccaneers team that was winning only 7 of their first 12 in the process. What ended up happening? They made the NFC Championship game and had it at home because of what happened against San Francisco the year before. They weren't going to let that happen again. They went to the NFC Championship game only to lose to the team that whipped them. Does this mean the Saints are going to the Super Bowl? I don't think so. What I'm saying is that this just happened to happen in week 1, coming off of an offseason where we didn't think the week 1 would feature Aaron Rodgers at all because he wasn't coming. And we certainly thought it would feature Jordan Love because Aaron Rodgers wasn't coming, not because Rodgers and the rest of the starters did not figuratively show up. So now what happens next? All eyes peeled on LaFleur and Rodgers and Davante Adams, who tweeted out, unfortunately, a late entry for what we should name our fantasy team name because Paul Rudd named our fantasy team walking ibuprofen.
Walking ibuprofen.
Which
we got to win.
We're on the verge of winning, correct? But flush it and respond. What a great fantasy team name. Any Green Bay Packer fans, any of you in fantasy football that got drummed in week 1, you should change your fantasy team name to Flush It and Respond. This is the 2021 version of RELAX. Relax. Flush it and respond. Love it. And next up is a Monday night contest. The whole country is going to be watching how they can respond and see if it has indeed been flushed against the Detroit Lions, who almost had a comeback of the ages against the 49ers yesterday. They were biting kneecaps in the last 6 minutes of that game.
Well, Rich, they were out late and snuck back in the house through the back door, if you get my drift.
I don't. What do you mean by that? Are you talking about like the Ford Field left the door open or something like that?
Yeah. Ford Field left the door open. The Lions snuck in through the back door, even though they still lost the game.
So the Packers, I understand.
Got it.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting in your
That's
wallet.
what I'm saying.
So that's all I'm going to say is that it is just one game. And we have seen this one game before from Green Bay under the current construct of quarterback-coach combination. It happens for some reason. But we've seen it in the middle of seasons where it's already been established what the team looks like. This was week 1 against an opponent that was ripe for the plucking. Or, unfortunately for Green Bay, was ready to pluck somebody who thought they were ripe for said plucking. So I trust that they will flush it and they will respond on Monday night. But man, oh man, that's what will be discussed all day on the family of ESPN networks 1 week from today, all day long. And if the Lions can show up, as you know, Goff plays well there. He's played there before. As a matter of fact, in a playoff game last year, his final game as a Ram. See what happens. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.